Humans, hot boxing, half-baked, stank-eyed, and blitz. Come one, come all, come hungry, and often, for today is the most spectacular day. Why? Wait, is it today? I don't remember. But does anyone? What is a memory, man? But a rerun before we die, you know? Anyway, what? Oh yeah, tidings most roughage on this blessed of days to thee, I think. I don't have my phone on me to remind me of the date because I think I left it at Teddy's place. Wait, that was last week. Whatever, it's 420 somewhere, especially here. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. May this day be hazier than a beer your can Fred who thinks he's a Cicerone because he had a beer in Prague once recommended. Time is a relative you have to invite even though it bums you out, humans, and it never leaves. It's endless. But your time is not, and that time will come for us all. I was like, walking a few, yesterday, and I did that thing where you're like walking, and suddenly you trip over something, and you look down, and there's nothing there. Nary a crack or crevice. Should have been smooth sailing, but somehow you hit a break and took a tumble. As if by force. In my balance recovery moment, I figured at first it was because there was a glitch in the Matrix, or like somehow I got in a time machine in the future, took it back to that exact moment, and tripped my past self because it's funny. Like, I know time machines sound appealing, but you know you're just going to use them for pranks and shit because things happen like they're supposed to. Otherwise, nothing would happen, and you'd all be taking the SAT still or something. I don't know. I'm saying in that moment of physical trippage, I thought, oh, fuck, if I fall face first right now, I'm going to knock myself out. And I had a full-on existential crisis because I was not close to my place. And I don't know, humans, you say you care about shit, but when's the last time you helped up someone that fell face down on the pavement at 2 PM on a Saturday? Shit, that was today! Anyway, may we all strive to be schwagnanimous this 420. Because it's 4/20/2024, which is a palindrome, the stoner's eclipse, as it is known. And we're not going to get another one until 4/20/30/24. So smoke them if you got them, because no one is limited. Time will come and is coming to visit us all, and we are all one moment away from tripping and taking a header out of the game. Memories being nothing but a rerun as we rethink our life choices on the street. In the... Just heard somebody go, mortality. I'm putting that on a t-shirt. In the year of your God, humans, 1938, a 19-year-old Bill Darden opened his first diner called the Green Frog in Waycross, Georgia, famous for not obeying the state's segregation laws at the time. But his business grew, and he made enough money to franchise some Howard Johnsons because it turns out when you let everyone in and aren't a racist dick whip, you make money. Who'd have thunk? Anyway, yeah, not being a racist dickwhip. I agree. Anyway, what? Oh, yeah. Howard Johnson's do well, and then he goes all in with Charlie Woodsby on a little spot in Orlando called Gary's Duck Inn Seafood in 1963. Inspired by its ocean-themed duckless menu, Charlie and Bill decide, hey, maybe humans are into seafood these days. They start a little independent spot inspired by Howard Johnson's way of bringing comfort food to the middle-class American family, a family seafood place, a, quote, harbor for seafood lovers, the money not green like a frog, but red, the color of lobster. And on January 18th, 1968, the Red Lobster Inn opened in Lakeland, Florida. At the time, it barely resembled the stoner paradise of endless shrimp and fried treasures that it does today. They even had hush puppies, which can be of a bit of a fruitless dare on the human colon unless you're really craving corn dogs without the dog. Never the whatever list. Red Lobster was a hit, and 2 years and 5 restaurants later, Darden and Woodsby sold the company to GM. That's General Mills, not General Motors. Though, I wager having the ability to get endless shrimp through OnStar would not be disappointing to the discerning motorist. Even I would feign a blowout for an Admiral's Feast. That ship's fucking slaps. I'm hungry. In 1974, high on their own shrimp supply with 24 locations and over $9.1 million in sales, Red Lobster figured out a riff on a Cajun fritter concept by taking some of that shrimp and dipping it and frying it into edible bite-sized crunchy snacks, perfect for a breezy day ripping cheech, ditching class in the suburbs, the popcorn shrimp. According to Bill Darden himself, Red Lobster introduced not just popcorn shrimp to the dining palate of the cul-de-sac sect of America, but also snow crab and calamari. But seafood was topping the charts in the 70s regardless. So we're going to chalk that one up to braggadocious talkie hype. Earned though it was, because Red Lobster was on the edge of that salty wave. Then, 1982, General Mills, taking its cue from the seafood king of the burbs, caught a new current on the high seas of affordable family dining for the American middle class, but this time with sauce, creating the Olive Garden. Oh, man. They did that, too. But even though those endless breadsticks would go on to eclipse the hot sun that was Red Lobster, neither were ready for the foodvolution that would go on to become the ultimate hot snack for the shwasted and chiefed. In the 90s, Kurt Hankins was the head of the Red Lobster culinary team, which sounds like a jam band album. It's not, but I checked. So it's open. Get after it, hippies. Kurt Hankins was inspired by Texas toast, who isn't, and decided to sub in garlic and cheddar, tempting the gods with alchemy, creating the Cheddar Bay biscuit. Originally served on trays in the lobby to make you mad with hunger, and it worked way too fucking well. Because of course it did. You don't go into a Red Lobster in the 90s with nothing short of a ravenous snack frenzy. And this was the 90s, before California made weed legal. So you were lucky if you weren't stoinked on ditchweed with a gut like a feral grizzly bear. Going into a Red Lobster with your skunk on is like going in a hot tub after chugging a growler of PBR. You can't fight nature, so everyone's going to have to get real comfy with your beast mode. Eventually, the cheddar biscuit would be served unlimited, and that will not be the last time Red Lobster will tempt the gods with their blasphemous claim that anything can be unlimited. 2003, in the midst of a snow crab shortage and a government quota because so, Red Lobster, riding high on their biscuits, introduced the endless snow crab to an America frothed for seafood deals. As one who does math can imagine, this did not bode well for the high seas of family dining, nay. Because, have you been in America? Have you seen those videos of people tossing bread into a spillway and then the carp assault the bread like it's some zombie apocalypse? Yeah, that's America when you say you got unlimited crab. The executives, having never been to Vegas, apparently, because the idea was that, there's no way anyone could eat more crab than they could handle. It ended up costing Red Lobster over $3.3 million in 7 weeks. Not to mention, actually eating a snow crab takes time. And since everyone was attempting a Coneheads level of mass quantity crabbing, that meant, thank you for getting my Coneheads reference. That gives me hope. That meant the lobby was full of hungry humans awaiting the previous humans to finish their crab gorge and rotate out. This single moment in Red Lobster history almost bankrupted the entire empire. So if you think they would learn, but then 2004 began what would eventually come to crush the Red Lobsterverse, the endless shrimp. For $20. Guests could choose 2 shrimps to start with. Keep ordering from there. Options range from coconut to grilled shrimp skewers. They'd bring this deal back and then take it away with a McRib level of frequency, and it worked pretty well. To keep the families happy and surprised, the stoners were still face deep in the biscuits. Then came a series of insane shit that started happening at Red Lobsters across the country. Jasper White sued Red Lobster for stealing his "Food is Love" slogan. Milwaukee World Fest sued Red Lobster for the use of the term Summerfest for promotions. 2006, 2 accidents involving customers slipping resulted in $50,000 in lawsuits. In 2017, an 82-year-old woman ended up drinking over 4 times the legal limit in Lobsteritas, fell down and needed a hip replaced, and sued Red Lobster for over-serving. Not to mention Red Lobster getting into trouble for apparently not paying their employees enough since 2009. But who does not? Oh, correct. That's the correct answer. But not to double mention the bisque controversy, when it was found that several Red Lobster locations weren't using lobsters at all for their bisque, but langostino, which is neither a lobster nor a prawn, but a crab! The lobster's dollar store cousin! My point is, I think, because I forgot how we got here, is that Red Lobster has been nearing a capsize for some time, and post-pandemic in 2023, they tried to salvage what they could by doubling down on that Lovecraftian promise of endless shrimp. The ultimate endless shrimp deal begins, this time permanently giving diners the opportunity to have as much as they wanted of 2 types of shrimp for $20. At the time, it was working too well, as would any promise of endless shrimpage, endless anything really, but nothing but time is endless, and any mortal would cling to the possibility of an eternity of hard snackage, stoned or sober. It ended up contributing to an operating loss of more than $11 million in Q3 of 2023, so they upped the price to $25, as if anyone could put a price on infinity. And now, here we are, 4/20/2024, and Red Lobster is reportedly considering filing for Chapter 11. And the legend shall read that once there was a great hall, a great tabernacle, known for reasonably priced gifts from the sea, a fried and lemony cheddar bay to anchor your cottonmouth voyage and feast on a sailor's bounty, and it sailed too close to the sun on shrimp wings, a promise no mortal could make, falling like the Icarus of hospitality LLCs into the brine, from whence it originally promised to pull forth its fortunes, not green but red, the color of lobster. For nothing is endless, humanity. No one is unlimited. Time will and is coming to visit us all. We're all a moment away from tripping and taking a header out of the game. Memories being nothing but a rerun as we rethink our life choices on these peel and eat streets. And that is why I get high. Happy 420.
Nailed it.